Take me to the bunny ranch. People dying. Kill me in the packing house. Even you.
Hi! And, hey, welcome to the Bunny Ears Podcast once again. I'm assuming you've been here before, but, yeah, if you're a new guy, all right. So, yes, I am your illustrious host, Macaulay Culkin, also known as Macaulay Culkin. And, yeah, I've actually been gone for the past week. I actually went to Orlando, Florida. It was 95 degrees, and it felt like it was 1,000. I was baking in the sun. Yeah, but it was all worth it because I went to Disney World. Yes, Disney World, where we drank all the drinks, we rode all the rides. We actually did all 4 of their little parks out there, which was great. I got to go on a safari, and I also went to Space Mountain and everything in between. It was great. Yeah, I kind of figured... because I was gone, I didn't really book any kind of like celebrity guests or anything like that. However, I do have some previous guests that some of you might recognize. We have Mr. Shawn DePasquale. Say hello.
Hello.
Hey, oh, there you go.
Did you get a churro?
I did not, but we got the Mickey Mouse shaped pretzels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Those churros, man, those Disney churros, they do something magic.
We got it with some cheese, though. It was great. And also joining us is someone who actually did the Saved by the Bell episode. It's Miss Toria Sheffield, everybody.
Oh, hello.
This is Sheffield.
Oh, fresh joke, Shawn.
Yeah.
Yep. Never heard it before.
No?
No, but my father was British and my mom is Jewish, so it works. From New York.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And of course, we should say hi to all of the NannyCast fans.
Yeah.
Yes, I have the 2 hosts of the NannyCast.
Hello.
NannyCast 40 episodes in.
40 episodes in.
I'm sure you've heard, if you're listening to that show, you've definitely heard about Toria's British history.
Yeah. Oh.
So let's not bore people with that.
I know. I can get way too involved in a lot of historical facts, specifically how they relate to the lineage of Mr. Sheffield and the nanny.
Yeah. And also, you love colonialism.
Oh, I mean, I love it in theory and in
Well,
practice.
who doesn't?
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
Yeah.
I went to Disney World. I did all 4 of them. I'm not sure if the listeners, like, you should know, because you have the Magical Kingdom, you have Animal Kingdom, you have Epcot, and Hollywood Studios is what it is.
Yep.
Yeah. So we were able to hit off all 4. Magical Kingdom is the one that's the one that like that's the one that has Space Mountain, that has the big castle in it. The fireworks and all that stuff. I'll talk about the fireworks later.
Closest to Disneyland, the Magic Kingdom.
Oh, I mean, yes,
right?
I mean matching it. Yeah, that's where the Haunted Mansion is, all that kind of stuff. Whereas Hollywood Studios has a lot of... Actually, it's not that great, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah. Because, originally I think it was kind of set up to, I remember back in the day, because I went there, in 91 or something, and it was here's how animation is done. Here's how animation cells are made, and that kind of stuff.
So the old Hollywood Studios actually
now everybody knows this stuff already.
And they had working animation...
an actual studio.
An actual office there. Yeah. So they would take you in and you could actually watch the animators drawing and shit. And then they moved everyone out here and they shut that all down. And same thing happened with the Nickelodeon studios at Universal. They used to have, they used to do live tapings of Double Dare.
Yes, I remember. I remember
that. TV shows taped there too, and then they shut it all down.
There's an episode of Defunctland about that.
Yeah,
which is awesome.
That's going to come up a lot today, probably.
Defunctland for sure.
Yeah. So shout out to those guys for doing all of the research.
Yeah, do my podcast.
Yeah. Well, there's probably a lot of things that don't work anymore now that people have access to how it's made, how it's done. I'm trying to think of other things in that vein where it would blow your mind, and now it's I Googled that 10 minutes ago.
Behind the scenes. I mean, I remember as a kid be obsessively watching every behind the scenes thing I could get my hands on and listening to every commentary. And now it's you just go on Wikipedia and you could read all the shit that they talked about.
But people still don't know what a key grip is, though.
I know.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Or Best Boy.
Yeah, or Best Boy. Yeah.
A Best Boy. I still laugh when I see Best Boy in the credits. Just
I know. He's the best boy. I know. He's like a puppy dog.
It's a dog.
Who's the best boy?
Everybody knows that just like firemen, every set has a mascot dog.
Yeah. It's a Dalmatian.
Yeah, it's a Dalmatian.
Every set has a Dalmatian. Name like Sam Bradford.
This is real Hollywood insider information coming right from this podcast.
Yeah. Here it is. They actually have the at least the Hollywood Studios one. They have this Aerosmith rockin' a roller coaster.
Yeah.
It's fucking awesome. Honestly,
it's incredible.
it is incredible. It goes super fast, and we rode it more than once.
Do they play Aerosmith songs?
Yes,
The
they
whole
do.
time.
It's in the chair, and you can barely hear it because everyone's going G-force. Looking at it. It is a rock and roll coaster though.
I just feel like, I mean, obviously Aerosmith is really on board, but isn't it a little? I mean, I don't want to say it's sad because I would love it. I would actually love it, but to be like, we're like hardcore rock and rollers, and like,
I mean,
here's our roller coaster themed ride at Disney.
They sold out prior to that when they had the Aerosmith video game. Remember the Aerosmith video game?
The one you can shoot.
The arcade game.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So
It was a shooter
you
with a
shot,
gun.
but also when you shot the missiles, they weren't missiles; they were CDs.
Yeah, and Steven Tyler would pop out every once in a while and he'd be like, good shot!
No, you go, wow.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like
So awesome.
the question of has Aerosmith sold out? The answer is yes.
I mean,
absolutely.
and I have nothing wrong with it. I still love Aerosmith, and I love Armageddon.
If
So
they wanted to make a bunny
Because you
Ears ride
don't
at
want to
Disney,
miss a thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That song came on in the lobby when we were lining up for the
the
ride.
queue?
Yeah, oh yeah. Well, actually, I'm going to be fair. I am a celebrity.
what?
Yeah, I know. And so
Did you know that?
What have you been in?
this newly Fox-owned property, Home Alone.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You mean newly Disney owned?
Yeah, sorry, Disney-owned. Now that they acquired Fox.
Oh, you're a Disney princess now.
Oh.
I'm a Disney princess now. Just to
my
let you know.
God.
Yeah.
That's
What can I
fantastic.
say?
Congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
That's
you.
so awesome.
Look at me now, Dad.
Yeah.
I did it.
Princess
Incredible.
Mack.
Princess Mack. Yeah.
Mack.
Perfect.
So so we get a tour guide and we get to skip all the lines. We go in through the exits.
That's
And they're like,
Like
where
a
do you?
sick kid.
And then exactly, and like, where do you want to sit? And they're like, front row, back row, and like which? And then you ask them which one's best and all that kind of stuff. And
It's interesting
So
that
that's
they
why we were
do-
able to do everything in 3 days and like multiple times.
because I was gonna say that's the only thing that would deter me from. Like, I love amusement parks. I love like spectacle. I love it all very earnestly.
Earnestly, yes.
Sorry, I had to repeat that because not because I meant it twice, but because apparently my mouth was far from the mic. But but
No, it's fine. I can hear you.
Don't like waiting in lines, and I don't like heat.
Yeah.
So
it was sweltering.
So this is my only thing.
That's why I was wearing so many silly hats.
Because you were.
Oh, I got a genie hat from Aladdin.
I
a cap.
saw this photo.
Yeah, and I also have one that says Beast and has little horns on it. And yes, and we kept on grabbing a bunch of silly hats every time we went out. I got Rory because I went with my brother and his wife, and he got one that was just Donald Duck's, like, but it's just his feet, like it looks like it got planted into his head. Yeah, like.
So moral of the story is don't go to any Disney property unless you're famous.
We'll make sure
Yes.
to get all these up on Mack's Instagram too.
Oh, all these photos.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we'll talk about-
we
we'll
can
get 'em
grab
all up
some.
there.
Yeah, because we all wore matching tie-dye shirts the last day.
We'll make sure to get them up by Wednesday.
You know, me and Rory, we love our ladies. Let's just put it that way. They went to the gift shop and they came back with 4 matching tie-dye
I mean,
shirts.
it's hard not to when you're in like a working relationship and your girlfriend goes like, put this on, it'll be funny or it'll be cute, and you go like, only a real asshole goes like, no, I'm too cool for that.
Oh, well, yeah, I like how you used working relationship. I was like, we don't work together. And you're like,
yeah.
oh no,
that works.
it's functioning.
Functional, healthy. But I would say, like, don't pretend you don't love it.
Well, that's what I mean.
Don't pretend.
But you should love it though.
Yeah.
It's, like,
No, I mean, I
fun.
totally felt like a goober, but it was great though. I mean, I wore pastel shorts. She even bought me pastel, like, these, like,
That's awesome.
it's and a fanny pack. And you know what? I wore that fanny pack every day, and it came in handy. I actually felt stupid, but it was great.
Listeners at home, I would be remiss if I didn't mention that right now, this very minute, Mack is in a full. Is that a onesie? No, it's two parts.
It's two-part, yeah.
It is a
Two-piece.
flannel children's pajamas with dinosaurs carrying Christmas presents on them, and he's like, I don't know, I felt goofy.
Yeah, I felt like a goober.
I just thought I'd slip that in there.
Yeah.
Well, he normally takes himself very seriously.
Yeah.
But
Obviously.
at Disney, he felt
Yeah, I know.
ridiculous.
He just felt so liberated. Like,
Well, and not only that, because I only brought my these like Converse like things, and the heat was so stifling. I just took my socks off. Like I didn't wear socks for like 3 full days when I was there.
In your shoes?
In my shoes, yeah. But believe me, I got dancer's feet, so like my calluses like were totally fine. I could handle it. My feet is strong.
in Converse too. With
yeah.
no arch support.
Yeah. But no, made it happen. And honestly,
Incredible.
it was quite liberating, to be honest.
Wow.
Because it was a lot of walking. We actually like our tour guide, because they apparently they keep track of steps out there, like so like, and they kind of have a contest of like how many steps, like
The tour guides?
the tour guides, and actually I think just generally when people work at Disney, like you report your steps, and I think something at the end of the month, you get like whatever, like I don't know, a trophy or something. I don't know.
Or fired if
yeah,
you're walking around.
exactly. I need you to walk more.
Oh, you only did 3,000
Very
steps this month. You're fired.
No, but we-
1984.
But we walked like 5 miles in
Yeah.
a day kind of
Yeah,
thing.
you
Like
do.
we were all over the place.
And
that's when we did Animal Kingdom, and that's a safari. So you're just sitting there in a jeep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
And
and you're probably sweating buckets the whole time. What was I saying?
I
So
am
you're,
not built for that
You're
weather.
sweating and you're probably consuming alcohol. Were you by the end of every day like, I'm going to die? or
I needed a vacation from my vacation.
Uh-huh.
We were very much looking forward to like getting home to our animals, going to sleep.
Did
like
you
that
go
kind of stuff.
to Avatar Land?
Yes,
What's
I was going to get to
Avatar?
that.
Do you like Avatar?
No, I do
Okay,
not.
Good. Me neither. What's it like?
Okay, yes, it looks like what's the Navi's planet? I don't know what it's called.
Sure.
Avatar Land.
Navi planet.
Yeah, Navi
it
planet.
was, starts with a P.
Pandora.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
Got it.
like the
Found
music
it.
service.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Exactly.
Like the supercontinent.
Yeah.
Yes.
Go on.
So
that's Vegeta.
Yeah, that's but yeah, no, they have all these like the plants. They're all kind of like purple and blues
Sure.
and things like that. Like the fake plants.
Neat.
Like neat. In the concrete, like when you're walking around, stuff like that. Like there's like weird imprints of like plants that like don't really exist and stuff like that.
Kinda-
Here's the thing about Disney. In general, they do details
Yeah.
so well. It's all in that little stuff. They have like a bunch of singers and like drummers, and they're calling out to the Navi because they kind of have Navi walking around, and like they're the only people that don't have to wear like the name tags,
Right.
Because that would be kind of
Weird.
against it.
Yeah.
So like they have the
like-
explorers,
they're like-
the workers
yeah.
there, and they'll sing out to the Navi in like the forest, and the Navi will sing back, but you never see the Navi. So there's that, but there's one ride that's kind of like Pirates of the Caribbean, but it's for like the Navi planet kind of thing. And listen, I was just so happy to be in air conditioning, so it was fucking fantastic. It was my favorite ride that day because it was fucking 95 degrees at like 200% humidity, which you'd think would be rain, but it's not. It's not rain.
It's just a moist towelette on your face at all times.
Yeah, and actually,
a warm, moist
it was
towelette.
very pretty. It seemed like a very black lighty kind of like thing. Everything was glowing and stuff. So I'm sure if you're a big fan of the movie, like it seemed like it was reproducing, but it had the scariest animatronic I've like ever freaking seen. It was one of those things where it was looking at you all the time, and it's a real size Navi. And Navi are supposed to be like 10 feet tall.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna do it for you guys. I know you guys can't hear, can't see me. But it was doing this.
Mack is
ooh,
uncomfortably
it's
moving
like-
his arms
it's like-
in like a broken in like a broken repetitive
It's
way.
like if you could imagine,
and he's staring intently at Toria. She looks very uncomfortable.
it's the robot, but if the robot was
broken.
more intimate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a zombie robot kind of thing, and it's like staring into your soul.
Honestly, it was creepy as fuck.
See, the thing is, this is why I'm the most excited about Star Wars world because
Galaxy's Edge.
Galaxy's Edge because
It's all the talk in Orlando right now.
It's I'm sure. Well, and the thing is it's like it's all the detail that you expect from Disney, right? Like the Pandora thing, like just doesn't do it for me because I don't give a shit about that property. So it's like, cool detail,
Yeah.
neat plants. The Star Wars thing, I want to see every detail, but then the Marvel, everyone's like real excited for like Marvel.
I'm
Land.
excited for the Marvel stuff.
Me too, but here's the thing: most of Marvel's just New York City.
Yeah, but also like imagine they do like a Captain America like roller coaster, but it's like a wooden one from like the 1940s or something like
like
that.
the Grizzly
like
at
There
at
never
Coney
had
Island.
Nazis in
Exactly.
Oh,
Disney
Cyclone,
World,
the
though.
Cyclone. Sorry.
Yes, yeah, the Cyclone. Yeah. And there's also one at Great America or whatever. Like that's like a
Oh.
wooden roller coaster. It's like the biggest wooden
That'll
roller
give you
coaster.
whiplash. I don't know if I need that.
That would be kind of neat. Like I
guess
mean,
that-
you could do certain things. Listen, like when it comes to
For me, it's like,
Disneyland,
put it on,
Galaxy's
like,
Edge.
Nowhere from
Yeah.
from Guardians. The
Yes.
giant,
Or
like,
Asgard. I would go to
right,
Asgard.
Or Asgard.
Yeah.
Go, like in detail, Asgard. Let me walk
Yeah.
across the rainbow bridge.
Yes.
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 What's his name? Who guards it? Blanking.
Heimdall.
Heimdall.
Let's totally be
Beat
there.
you.
Oh my god.
Well, Galaxy's Edge out here is already open in Disneyland.
Yes.
And the thing is that all it really is that you have the Millennium Falcon. That's a photo op. And there's a build your own droid and a build your own lightsaber, and that's pretty much it.
there's
There's no.
two rides.
There's like no. Really? Because
Yeah, there's two
I'm
rides.
surprised. I'm surprised they haven't moved Star Tours over there.
No, there's two rides. There's I forget the names of the rides, but one of the rides is like fully like that's what the queue to the Millennium Falcon is. You actually go into the Falcon for the line.
All right.
Walk through the whole Falcon, and then the ride itself is you board the Falcon and you're controlling it, trying to evade the the Empire.
Yeah.
And it's a 6-person ride, and there's all these different buttons that you press, and you control what happens in the ride based on if it goes like gunner, shoot the guns, and you don't you take damage, and there's 20 different outcomes.
So you get to go.
Awesome.
So you get to go pew pew pew.
Yeah, it sounds fun as hell.
I have a cousin that did that for real in the Israeli army. That was her job.
Who flew the Millennium Falcon?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're the same great minds.
Cool.
Yeah.
The Israelis have a great Air Force.
Is your cousin Chewbacca? Yeah.
Well,
the Israelis are like, fuck this earthbound shit. We're gonna find the Death Star.
Yeah. You guys didn't know. You didn't know.
Well, I mean, look.
But no, her job
Things don't
was.
settle down over there. They're gonna find a new home.
I mean, they already have that. What is it? It's called the dome. It's literally called the dome, and it's AI that can sense when rockets are coming in, and it just shoots rockets at those rockets, and it's like. Phew. But anyway,
pew pew pew.
Her job when she was there was to run the simulators for pilots learning to fly. So she would just be like, all right, and now someone's attacking.
So she was like working at Disney practically.
She's one and the same. Oh man, I wish.
She also Wonder Woman.
Would I have sex with my own cousin? Maybe I would.
That's funny. I would also have sex with your cousin.
Regardless of Gal Gadot, just in general.
Cut that. My mom listens to this.
So now my girlfriend.
Yeah.
All right, fine.
No, but yeah, it's funny how we sometimes pay for really fun experiences that just exist for serious in other places.
Yeah.
That's most video games actually.
All war simulation video games.
Yes,
And
exactly that.
Call of Duty and all these kids that play Call of Duty.
It's like war is hell.
Yeah. It's cool. It's all of the fun with none of the PTSD.
Yeah, exactly. I never have to pick up your best friend's brain and slick it off the ground.
Yeah. Well, am I saying his name right? Kumail Nanjiani.
Kumail. Yeah.
He used to have this great bit where he was playing Call of Duty and realized he was in the town that he was born in.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wait, I recognize that.
Yeah.
And he was essentially just shooting friends. Like people he was born in. Yeah.
Doug?
Yeah.
So, well, Shawn, you're from Florida.
Yeah.
Have you been to Disney World?
So many times.
Yeah?
We went every year all the way up until I was probably about 15, 16. Then, I went a few
then it becomes
times.
corny.
I went a few times here and there. It also was it got more expensive. when we were first going, it was like $50 a ticket to get into Disney.
No, now they're raising the prices just because of the Galaxy's Edge stuff also.
So yeah, I went to Disney Hollywood Studios back when it was MGM Studios.
MGM, yes.
Yep, that's probably when you were there.
Yes,
in the
91,
90s.
yeah.
Yeah, and it was way different. There was super heavily Roger Rabbit themed because Roger Rabbit had just come out.
It was hot.
Yeah, and so everything was Roger Rabbit themed, and I loved that movie. So it was my favorite theme park. And Tower of Terror was originated there.
It's still there, yeah.
Still there? It's
yeah,
not Guardians yet?
No. They said, and apparently, when I was talking to the guy, they said there's no plans to change it because it still fits in the Hollywood theme. Though I will say, I did do the Guardians the re thing over here. Yeah, the revamp.
Yeah. It's better.
Repaint. It's really good.
Me too.
It's really good in
agree.
Disneyland. They've made Tower of Terror Guardians of the Galaxy, and it's awesome. It's different. There's 5 or 6 different versions of it, so it's different songs, and every time you show up in one of those windows, there's a different thing that they're all doing. Yeah. Apparently, they also filmed a lot of those scenes when they were filming Guardians too. They took a day off of filming the movie to film the ride.
It's all the actors in the ride. It's cool.
Yeah, it's trying to. It's Rocket Raccoon trying to bust the rest of the team out from the collector's place.
Okay.
That's what the whole theme is. And he keeps on fucking up by just plugging things in the wrong things.
When you're lining up to get on the ride, you're literally wandering around
the collector's lair.
Benicio del Toro's place basically. Yeah, it's awesome. There's all the boxes that he has, all the cubes with all the weird aliens. Those are all there and shit.
Oh no,
really cool.
So I do want to go there. I do love the attention to detail, and it's sort of making me jealous because this is not Disney, but Harry Potter World, it's at least the one here. People are gonna hate me. The attention to detail is crap. It's basically it's
and that's the Disney magic.
No,
it really is. It's elevated. It's elevated. It's my friend Monica went, and she was there was a couple cool things at Harry Potter World here.
Your butter beer or something.
Yeah, you can get your butter beer. She's but then it's mostly just trying to, it's literally like just stores that are trying to sell you shit. It's not like and she was like, and even, they have this amazing castle, and like she was like, you would want to walk into that castle and see like classrooms and hallways and like common rooms, and it's just where the roller coaster goes. It's nothing. Yeah. So I'm like, yes, the attention to detail is like what would make me pay that kind of money and put up with that kind of heat.
Yeah. But it was one of those things where very specifically we were talking about the attention to detail when we were there, and it was just fantastic. Actually, the Hollywood Studios, now they have Toy Story World.
Ooh,
and it's fucking amazing.
That's awesome.
It really is. No, what it is it's built as if you're the toy. So
it's all in scale.
So the fences are like popsicle sticks. And,
I love it.
And,
it's so funny.
And the Tinker toys and all that stuff, and also like I was talking about the Avatar world where they had like the little like kind of plants like indented. It was gigantic footsteps. It's like Andy's footsteps.
So
it's stuck in the concrete. So like
trivia,
and they talk to you as if you're toys when you get off the ride.
That used to be Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yes.
Oh, I went.
It's kind of like that.
Okay.
That was because that's what that section of MGM was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and it was like a melted popsicle, literally, but you were in the grass instead of in Andy's room.
All the people that work in that section treat you like you're a toy, and things like that. The Slinky Dog ride, fucking awesome. It's a roller coaster.
Cool.
Super cool.
You don't have that here.
Yeah, no, we rode it from the front and the back, and it's awesome. I recommend the back.
Yeah.
Don't lay always.
There you go. You're here first. Back with the back.
Look in the back,
Right
girl.
in the back.
Yeah.
Culkin. 2019.
Copyright.
Bunny ears.
And that's really cool. And there's also there's a new shooting game. It's like a paintball game. Because there's one there's a laser one that's kind of in the Magical
like
Kingdom.
The one here.
So it's like the paintball one. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The thing is that it's really tiring because you have to pull a string over and over and over.
Oh, yeah, that's the same one here.
Yeah. So they have it here, and you have to hit these like targets, and it's a 3D game. It's actually fun. Brenda's very proud of herself. She's beat me every time.
Ooh.
She actually got the high score between. We had 3 cars going, and she actually beat the person who worked there too.
Really? Is that because of a natural skill, or was everyone else drunk?
Because
or like
do
what?
you know what her technique is?
What?
Okay, they can see it though.
Okay.
But,
It's all I can't say. I can't tell people. Oh, okay.
It's just that.
It's a jerking off.
There's a jerking. Yeah.
It's like a really skilled hand job motion.
It really is.
There was some torque in there.
Because I have to switch it up because I get like carpal tunnel practically, kind of trying to like pull this thing.
You got to exercise.
I do this.
You're more used to this, not this.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
I try different things, and she still crushes me. I go for the big ones, and she actually just hits everything.
Okay, and for the viewers, the listeners at home, we were all just making various jerking off gestures.
My girlfriend is also better at that game than I am.
Yeah, see? There you go.
You got to ask them to like invert it for you.
Like, can it be this way? Can I just be like jerking it off? Is that possible? So what are you a big Disney fan?
I am actually. Big fan. I am. Actually just saw during this trip, it was actually the only time we actually like took the time to like do something other than the rides and have dinner or something like that. We watched Inside Out for the first time.
Oh, it's great.
That movie is
so
incredible.
Yeah.
Honestly, I got home and I watched it again.
Yeah, it's a beautiful movie.
It really is.
If you haven't seen it, I mean, I feel like most people have seen it by now, but it'll make you cry for real.
It really it does.
If you feel anything inside.
I was watching it the second time, and it was maybe about like midnight. It was like the day that we got back and stuff, and I was out here actually specifically, and I got to the scene where they're trying to escape the pit with Bing Bong.
Oh.
And Brenda was like in bed, and I was just watching, and then I see her walk through, and I'm like, nothing. I'm not crying. I'm not crying. Okay, I'm crying. Bing Bong. Come on.
It's so beautiful, and it's so
smart.
And it's like there's it's the tragedy of growing up, but it's also not a tragedy. It's the reality, and it's so. I mean, I wonder, do little kids? I feel like adults can get so much more from that movie than small children.
Indeed, exactly.
Yeah.
No, we did I remember one of my favorite scenes in that was when you see inside the parents' heads.
Oh,
I love that. And so I remember at when it was getting to the end, I said, "Oh, I would love to see like more of inside of other people's heads." And then boom, the whole credit sequence. Yeah. And it's funny because they do all the dog stuff, which is hilarious.
That's why I want to see a sequel to that movie.
But when they get to the cats thing, it's we were cracking up. And Brenda, she was like, because she's only had cats. We've only had cats for about less than a year now, and she was like, that joke wouldn't be funny to me a year ago.
Yeah.
Because now it's freaking hilarious.
Makes the most sense.
Yes, exactly.
shit. Yeah,
the
cats are really jerks.
Yeah, well, but just the
Nonchalant jerks.
Nonchalant jerks.
You
Yeah.
know, I have a cat, and I secretly wish she was a dog, and I try not to like make her
Wish
feel.
she loved you.
Yeah, I try not to like make her feel the resentment, but I think she does. Like,
All right, we're gonna take a little ad break here. Yeah, I mean, maybe there'll be an ad, maybe there won't be. I don't know.
It's dynamic.
It's dynamic ads. So yeah, so either we'll be right back, or we'll be right back after these messages.
Hello, and welcome to Meditation Minute. I'm your guide, Luis Prada. Do you hear that, listeners? I hope you have your bathing suit on and your sunblock handy, because today we're meditating at the beach. We're going to be lulled into a deep meditative state of bliss by the soothing crash of the weather.
A wave came out of nowhere. Oh, the tide is strong today, and it nearly sucked me out into a watery grave. It's okay. It's okay. I'm okay. I'll just keep holding on to this rock to keep me anchored so I won't be swallowed by the briny deep. Anyway. Deep breaths. Syncopate your breathing to the breaking waves. Become entranced by their hypnotic ebb and flow. Push away thoughts of the ocean trying to kill you, and just keep taking deep, relaxing. Oh, what? No! Oh, no! Stop it! Leave me alone! No! Get away! Back up! Get away from me! Get away, you winged evil! No! Don't let go of my eye! Let go of my eye, please! Get out! Oh God, what a nightmare. This is a bad idea. Well, the demons are gone. The winged demons are gone. And I could return to my breathing. Oh, shit. Sorry there, brah. I didn't mean to spike it into your dome like that. That's fine. Alright, that's fine. Cool. Hey, can you give us the volleyball back, brah? Cool. Thanks. Hey, you're looking a little stressed there, brah. You should try meditating. It'll be good for you. Later, brah. Hey, the dying guy, give me the ball back. I hope this guided meditation is brought into this really using. I name this Luis Prada. This has been a meditation. Have a good day.
And we're back.
Whoa!
Wow. I hope.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're back at the morning zoo.
Oh yeah, zany.
toilet flush.
So I hope you enjoyed that commercial or non-commercial. Yeah, I mean,
either that, or it literally was you going, "We'll be back," and then we started making
we're back.
noises.
Awooga.
Well, but
Great experience.
Speaking of ads, though, I was going to say, people are going to think Disney somehow is sponsoring this cast because we've been saying nothing but like the thing that's great about Disney, it makes it better than all the others. But we mean it.
No,
It's cool.
Yeah. No, like I listen. It's Disney's on the tip of my brain, so I figured
Yeah.
we'd do an episode about Disney.
In a
Yeah.
world where you have to just accept
In a
that
world.
we live in like a capitalist society, like go for the best, and Disney's the greatest.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Like,
they really are.
They're great. They got all the money.
And here's what I'll say is that, like, interacting with a lot of the people that work there and stuff like that, they all legitimately want to be there, and they're all like legitimately love Disney and like love what they're doing. You know, like
They seem to take care of people for the most part, like fair wages for everybody. I mean, I'm sure they like underpay their lowest paid people, as everybody does. But yeah, like, I don't. When I've spoken to people at Disney, they never complain about like money or friends of mine that work
they're
there
not, and,
taken care of very
their
well.
hospitality is second to none. Like they really they do a really great job. I mean, like that's what they're in the hospitality business, obviously, but they're really good at it.
I knew a girl who was Belle at Disney, and she started in Orlando, and
Emma Watson.
She did so good that they actually moved her to Japan to train the
Other
the
Bells.
women there to be Belle. Yeah, and then she ended up coming back after like 3 years in Japan, and then she took a job training all of the performers for Harry Potter World at Universal.
Look at that.
Oh,
That's a pretty sweet gig.
It's a great gig, but she loved her time at Disney. She was like,
Yeah.
they take great care of me. They moved me to Japan. They gave me money. Like, yeah.
So my mom got married a few years ago, and they moved to right outside Orlando, and because her husband, he's 70, he loves Disney. Like he loves Walt Disney, the man. He like has tons of respect for him.
Still remembers him.
Yeah, like loves
met
him.
him.
And,
For my war days.
and I'll say this: I know everyone will. There's like the rumors of Disney's anti-Semitism. My mom and her husband are Jewish. Love him. And they go.
I don't know that he's.
that must mean he's not anti-Semitic.
Well, I know. Well, I was actually
If your
reading.
parents love him.
Right? That's how it works.
Plenty of black people love Trump.
Yeah. Well, but no, I was thinking it makes me laugh. But I also was doing some reading, and I think those rumors are far. People are basically like, no, he was racially insensitive, as was everybody in the 40s, but it wasn't.
As was the style of the
Yes,
time.
as was the style, but it wasn't like he had actually a lot of Jewish employees who were very influential.
So many Jewish men to animate his movies, and
they all speak very highly of him, and they're like, all he cared about was your talent and doing
and your personality also.
Yeah.
I mean, like, if you're
And
a good
at the end
person.
of the day, Jews ended up running his company. So even if he hated them, we
In your face, Walt.
yeah, exactly.
but I'll say so.
Suck on that, dead man.
They have that. They have that special. I think like that special pass where they can go a number of times throughout the year, and he knows all the weekends you should go that are like the best weekends because no one else is there, and they like kind of their life slightly revolves
Has
around.
he found all the hidden Mickeys?
Has he found Walt Disney's head?
Ooh. We should call him and ask.
Yeah.
No, but it's like people who love it. It's a very like earnest, uncynical, like nice thing. And I know we're saying it's totally capitalism and it's money making, but it's like there's worse. We've done worse things. America's done worse things.
Yeah, it's just us as a collective.
Yeah.
Us as a collective.
Yeah.
So what are your like top 5 favorite Disney movies?
Okay, well, honestly, I still have a strong affinity for Aladdin, the animated one. Just have to specify.
Yeah.
Have not watched the live action one. I'm probably going to watch it on a plane.
But if Will Smith wants to come on the show and defend his choices,
Bad Boys too.
yeah.
They're working on a third right now.
Yeah.
As we speak.
Yeah, get ready.
He's probably on set in
The Bad
Miami
Boys are
right
back.
now. Yeah, the Bad Boys
Hey,
are back.
I liked the movie.
They're better.
So.
It's great. Listen, they're funny. Those two guys, they're good.
They're great. They're great.
Yeah.
But okay, Aladdin.
Yeah, Aladdin. Honestly, I'm gonna put Inside Out in my top 5. This is a good, not no particular order kind of thing.
Sure.
I don't know. I haven't seen the 4th Toy Story yet.
Me either.
Yeah,
yeah,
me neither.
I mean, yeah, it's been doing okay.
Did you like 3?
I loved 3.
3 is-
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Look at me. Yeah, I loved 3. I
Yeah.
thought 3 was the perfect button. The
Same.
whole thing. I was I was wondering whether or not there was a need for a 4th. To be completely honest, but yeah, no, that one touched my buttons.
I've heard great things about
Yeah.
the 4th. I've heard that it completely justifies its own existence and that it doesn't undo anything that the 3rd one did, and doesn't.
and I hear
make it feel
Keanu Reeves is
hysterical.
Is hysterical
Yeah.
in it. Yeah, and there's a fork. It's
Yeah.
great. You know?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What else? So that was like
I don't know.
3.
You guys start throwing some out here. What are some of your? Because I loved Up. I mean, all the Pixar stuff is really good.
Yeah, the thing is, I almost in my head, Pixar is like a category unto itself. Because
Yeah.
when I'm thinking Disney, I'm like, okay, Aladdin, and then the things that I've like,
Little Mermaid.
Yeah,
yes.
like, and I know
Yeah.
that's not
the line drawn animation.
Yeah.
Little Mermaid. If we're talking just that stuff,
No one says Pocahontas. I'm just gonna say
That's true. That's so true.
Right?
I like Little Mermaid. I like Mulan a lot. As a kid, I loved Aristocats so much. I thought it was the best movie.
Oh, really?
It's all
I don't think
jazzy and
I don't think I've
weird.
ever actually seen it.
It's great. Also, Oliver and Company is great with music by Billy Joel. The movie's
Oh.
also great. It's just
The
Dickens
Billy Joel?
Dickens is Oliver, but with like cats and dogs.
So okay, I don't think I would even like this as an adult. But we had the like Sleeping Beauties and the Snow Whites in my house growing up, all on VHS, and like
Fox and the Hound.
Yeah, all of those.
Great.
But
Yeah.
the thing, and,
Rescuers.
well, it's funny because now Disney's trying to undo this legacy of like, damsel in distress, and they had Frozen, and they, which is cool.
Yeah, yeah.
And yeah, Sleeping Beauty has like a horrible message. It's just like literally sleep until a prince wakes up and kisses you while you're unconscious and saves you.
That's all you need. Near lady. All you need is a
Yeah,
kiss.
that's all I need. That's all I know. But all of that aside, some of my
All you need is an unconsenting
Yeah, like
kiss.
I said. No, but so yeah, my caveat is like
Sleeping Beauty, me tooing.
Me-tooed,
Yeah. The prince gets me tooed.
That's the next Shrek
well,
movie.
but I really
I
do-
was sleeping.
but that's really, I think,
Yeah.
like Frozen was their attempt to
was drugged.
shift gears, right? But that being said, some of my fondest memories were like, if you've ever seen it, like there's certain things in it that you'll never forget. Like there's these 3 fairies, and there's like a scene where they're baking a cake, and they're using their powers to bake it, and it's like so cool. And then Maleficent is so.
yeah.
I mean, actually, like the new Maleficent too, the Angelina Jolie. It wasn't a great movie, but it was just like.
Well, they're doing a Maleficent 2, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you said 2, I was like, as well, right?
Well, actually,
Jolie is
She's
back.
the
more
new,
Maleficent
well,
than
the
ever.
new, but the new Maleficent also did a Frozen thing where it tried to. You guys are too pleased with yourselves, guys. They are still laughing.
Bigger horns.
Yeah, I know exactly. I'm just thinking of all the other things we could be
Yeah,
saying.
yo,
but we're
I
not.
can see the wheels. I'm trying to talk. The wheels are turning in their heads for their next
No, we're
punchline.
We're listening. I swear.
Oh, sorry for trying to be funny on the comedy podcast that we're on.
Whatever. Just talk over me. Why don't you?
No, go on.
I'm kidding. I'm not kidding.
Go on.
I'm going
Kidding,
to
not
file a
kidding.
complaint to HR momentarily.
We're Stu.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, we're Stu.
I was gonna say like Max, the head of
You
HR.
left.
yeah, I am the worst. I am the worst head of HR. No.
Yeah, one day we'll do a cast on what it's like working for the company.
Yes, exactly.
I like to do the joke. Mac's not a micromanager; he's a macro.
I'm a macro manager
Ah,
in more ways than one.
Uh-huh. But I was gonna say Maleficent is another example. Disney they're trying to switch the narrative because at the end of that movie, it was true love's kiss. It wasn't the man to the girl. It was Maleficent kissing Sleeping Beauty on the forehead that wakes her
But
up.
isn't Maleficent the one that put her in the coma in the first place?
It's the retelling of the origin story, and they're trying to
Soften Maleficent.
Yes, it's like showing sort of like a Lex Luthor origin
so
story.
what did the prince do?
So he shows up and he kisses her and she doesn't wake up. And you're like, oh no, true love's kiss. And then Maleficent, who has grown to really care for her, and basically the story reframes it so that Maleficent was not this horrible villain that we have come to know. There was actually a whole other side to
like
it.
Wicked.
It's very similar to Wicked. But so at the end, she feels so guilty at what's happened to Sleeping Beauty that she kisses her on the forehead, and that's what wakes her up.
Sounds
She's the true love.
Yeah, it's super gay. No,
Sounds
no,
really
it's
No,
actually
sounds hot.
It's actually like it's more like a
Where else does she kiss her? Go on.
Go on.
sorry, mom. No, it's
Tori's
much
mom.
more a more like maternal thing where it's like she's actually from afar been keeping her safe all these years because she cast this curse in anger and then kind of wanted to basically spy on her whole life to sort of be like, haha, how is her life getting ruined? But from afar, like can't help but kind of like fall for this little baby and this little girl, and like she'll see the little kid toddling and she'll like help her when she's about to fall, and nobody knows that Maleficent has actually been almost like a guardian angel to Sleeping Beauty for the last like 20 years. So then when the curse comes to fruition, she's like, what have I done? This is actually like a wonderful person who
All I have to do is love this lady.
Yeah, just
It'll be great.
it was a
all I
real,
have to do is kiss this lady.
it's too bad it's not Pride Month anymore.
Well, have you guys
You can
watched
hear more on Maleficent cast.
yes.
Toria's solo
Yeah, I
podcast.
know,
where
yeah.
she
You
just
know what?
recaps Maleficent.
Maleficast.
fuck you. You asked.
I was gonna ask the live action ones. 'Cause I haven't watched any of them.
Yeah.
I haven't watched like Jungle Book, which is supposed to be pretty good.
Great.
Favreau did that.
Yeah, Jungle Book's awesome.
Yeah. Which other one? They did Cinderella.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what I would love to see? I actually would be looking forward to when they do Snow White and the Seven
They're
Dwarfs.
doing that one. That's in the
I
cards.
don't. Can they?
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
listen, the
It's not
Hobbit-
Snow White and
listen, the
Seven
Hobbit.
Midgets. They can say dwarf.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
it's
the
not-
Hobbit. They're dwarves in the Hobbit.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
You could pull
It's
that
like,
off.
it's not- dwarves
Yeah, we
are a real
want John Rhys
thing.
Davies.
Right.
Yeah, like the dwarves are real. Dwarves are real.
Yeah.
It's like Homer Simpson, like, well, yes, that's right, Lisa. Like, well, magical animal. Like,
they're not dragons. They're not unicorns. Like, no. Like,
You're like, that's insensitive. It's like, no, they're real though. Like,
I guess. We'll see.
it's a subcategory. Yes, of dwarfism.
yeah. No, I think they.
I'm
could
sure
do
we
it.
can go on YouPorn right now and find a lot of subcategories.
Oh, I've seen something that I
Is
can't
that
unsee.
you use YouPorn, not Pornhub?
I don't do any of that stuff.
But that's your go-to reference is YouPorn, not Pornhub?
I don't know.
That's interesting. What about
Is
you?
that an
Do you go
old-fashioned
Pornhub or
one?
YouPorn?
Honestly, I don't really watch porn anymore.
There we go.
At all, ever?
Honestly, I used to ingest it, like, on the reg.
Yeah.
In a healthy amount. But,
Yeah.
speaking of Disney.
Yeah.
Let's talk about porn.
right.
But yeah, no, honestly, I don't really have anything. I don't have anything bookmarked
Is this
anymore.
a relationship thing, or was this did you grow out of it kind of thing?
A little bit of both.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a little bit of
Because
both.
I've found both happen. Like, as I've gotten older, I'm like less.
My sex drive is gone.
I'm like,
Gone to
who
the toilet.
cares?
Well-
Who's got the time?
I mean, I've heard all these things though, where now it's literally like ruining adolescence. Like their like sexual predilections are getting so messed
There's
up.
a South Park episode about that.
Yeah.
Oh,
where, like, yes,
really?
yeah, where it's kind of like he keeps on watching nastier and nastier
Yeah.
porn. That like real life is just never good enough for him
Yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, it fucks them up.
this is
Yeah.
this is a wild tangent for our Disney cast, but yeah,
I know we're really going off the rails
Listen,
here.
we'll circle back. We'll get there. But-
Somehow.
I'll find us. We're talking about porn.
But
Pocahontas porn.
oh, it's all out there. But no, like there's these guys now out there, several like nonprofit groups that are basically trying to convince younger kids to not watch it because there's like 25-year-olds with erectile dysfunction.
Yeah.
Because
Because they broke their penis.
yeah, because instead of like sneaking their mom's Victoria's Secrets or whatever, it was like. My mom watches, so you fill in the blank, listeners.
Yes.
But it's like the worst.
No, believe me,
stuff
I
possible.
had
at 8 or 9.
magazines and I had a couple of VHS tapes growing up, and that was kind of it. Now you have access to everything.
Yeah, and at 8 or 9, that's the first thing that's getting into their
Yep.
developing brains,
Yep.
and it screws them
That's
over.
that's
All right,
why
so
that's why
this-
my kid is going to be a Amish kid. Like he's
So to
there's
circle
no.
Fair.
back to Disney, right? I found a perfect segue here.
Give it.
So Jessica Rabbit from
Oh.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit was, to my child brain, the most tantalizing thing I had ever seen. It was like over sexualized, and she was like
Small ankles, small
and
waist,
the
big tits.
character even was like even if you didn't know,
Ankles.
I was like too young to really get it, but like just the way that character behaved was like, oh, okay, that's an attractive. That's what everyone reacted to her. It's like, whoa, what?
Then did you ever look at a picture of Kathleen Turner?
Yeah.
No.
Not the same. Not the
It's
same.
I'm just saying it's not the
Was
same.
she,
Not the same.
was she the
She's the voice.
Yeah, she was the
she's got
voice.
that smoky voice.
Yeah, that's true.
No. Honestly, Kathleen Turner is fantastic.
She was, she was
I mean,
gorgeous.
Honestly, I'm not
younger.
laid into her. I'm just saying
Romance
she's
of the
not Jessica
Stone?
Rabbit. That's all I'm saying.
No, but I feel like you're right, because it was like that to me was like that. If I had been introduced to other things, that wouldn't have meant anything. I would have just been like, oh yeah, cool. I could probably Google her naked.
Yeah.
But at the time, it was just like, oh wow, what is going on? Like,
Yeah, it's
so
like
sexy and weird.
It's like
and,
those things like you watch those like
am I
movies about
feeling?
like Jane Eyre or whatever, and they kind of just see a wrist or an ankle,
Yes.
and it makes them quiver.
Well-
Because like they've never seen that much like skin on a lady before, and like just take that to the extreme. Like now I've seen all of the skin ever. I've seen chicks with dicks now. Look at that. There's no going back.
Well, you've seen some very depraved things that are also, it's also wiring your brain, and you're like, well, that's my baseline now. So then when you get into like a functioning relationship, it's like,
Yeah.
Max run out. Oh, he's letting the dog in.
Is there?
He's back. Mac had to go run and do something after all
I
this
had
talk.
to walk 5 feet over to let the dog back inside the house.
But we sort of we did. Well, I mean, Jessica Rabbit is also, from the female perspective, very, very unattainable. So even
That's what I'm saying. Who doesn't have
that
those
is
tits,
sad.
that
Yeah,
waist?
yeah,
There's
like
no
even
fucking
that
way.
is like sad. That like, oh, now that's your expectation. So now
Yeah.
imagine everything else.
I mean, I definitely think that for a while it like by being exposed to that at a young age, it made me go like, oh, I need to find like some girl that looks like Jessica
Like a porn
Rabbit at some
star.
point.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
I found a Jessica Rabbit.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm saving up for my Jessica Rabbit plastic surgery fund so that I can one day.
But then I as I got older though, like I think you grow out of like whatever that weird first like crush
because you're a kid.
Hopefully you did.
Yeah,
or
that's
even
what I mean.
live
Like, you're a kid. You
crushes.
grow out of it. Yeah.
But then my favorite Disney princess ended up being Belle because
Because she's
that's-
smart. She
because
reads
because
books.
she seems like the smartest one. She
Yeah.
seems like cool to hang out with.
My special lady friend, it's her favorite Disney
Yeah.
like thing. We went to there's a restaurant there called Be Our Guest.
Yeah.
Or and so like we went there
Yeah.
and Beast comes out about every half hour and everyone applauses and
That's
you
cool.
do all that kind of stuff. And they have all the art on the wall and no, she's a huge
yeah.
So, yeah.
Belle seems cool, man.
B
She
and
just seems like
B.
she'd be
Yeah,
fun
she's
to
into
hang
B
out
and B.
with.
Well, I mean, that's the whole other thing. It's a beast. It's a woman. It's
I
like,
know.
what's happening there?
That's what I mean. Like, oh, it's a little confusing.
They never
You know?
had sex though.
Wait, no.
But not as
Before
Beast.
he changed back.
Yeah.
No, because her.
But when he was a human, it was
I know, but she
game on.
was, she
Oh, yeah,
was
she's
in
fucking
love.
crazy,
She
man.
was in love with him before he became him. But I think it's
She
interesting.
loved what was on the inside, Toria. Okay, she wasn't attracted to.
Yeah, it's all pink on the
animal.
inside.
yeah. I mean, hey, man,
Yeah.
no judgments here. This is a sex positive cast. But no, I think especially with girls, like it's like a instant little personality quiz. Like, what was your favorite Disney princess? And usually it's like the book smart,
Yeah.
academic girls that love
No,
Belle.
it's not like I want to be I want to be the Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, right.
No girl wants to be Sleeping
No.
Beauty.
But like, there's girls who love Ariel.
Narcoleptics though.
Yeah.
Sorry.
but there are girls who will be like, oh, Ariel's my favorite or Cinderella. But like, it's definitely a type.
Ariel was kind of proactive though.
Yeah.
I mean, but she was like, take my voice away to get a man.
But also she rebelled against her father.
Yeah,
and,
like,
you know,
yeah.
you can boil it. You can boil
like
it
she was
down
she was trying to
to-
box. Her father was trying to box her in, and she escaped.
Yeah, I think that's
and things didn't necessarily go right, but then they all worked out in the end.
It's a reductive way to look at that story because she really does like her yearning to be above and see what she's not allowed to see outweighs her yearning to be with him. That's a means to. She sees him as an escape to like, oh, cool,
Yeah.
I'll become human and then I get to sail the seas.
You're right.
And
It's a curiosity. It's an adventure.
Yeah,
I
it's
get
like
it.
The winning the man over is just like, well, she needed a stronger person than her. She thinks she needs a stronger person than her father to like outweigh like his heavy-handed like child rearing on her. You know?
I'll just say, as a kid that grew up around, having lots of friends who were girls, there was always like a line in the sand, and you were like, yeah, you're smarter if you like Belle.
If you like Belle. I get that.
It was a pattern.
Well, I rode the Little Mermaid ride.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where you sit in a shell and you kind of just it's like pirates without the boat.
That ride like it's sort of like the Winnie the Pooh ride.
It's adorable. It has some of the old animatronics in there, kind of thing, like not the projection ones, but I was laughing the whole time because I started to sing A Butthole World. A butthole world, a quivering place you've never knew. From way down there, there's no butt hair. Now you're in a butthole world with me.
And everyone else on the ride is like, is that? Everyone else is like, is
Yes,
that Macaulay Culkin singing about buttholes? there's 10 other people in this world who just had that experience.
Unbelievable brown eye.
Exactly. Well, believe me,
I do this all day.
Dude, I already have notes.
Let's record it.
Yes, I'm going to.
Let's
going
record
to.
it.
And believe me, I
release
was
it
already
as a
singing
single.
it during the trip, but it was one of those things where, because we're all in these different shells and we're like kind of like circling around, and Rory and his wife Sarah, like they could see me, and I'm just going and laughing the whole time, and they can't hear me, and it's because it's like, wait, all you have to do is remove a W, and it becomes so much funnier.
We've truly circled to the perfect intersection between Disney and Pornhub.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, we found it.
We should just end the cast right now.
Yeah. Butthole world.
Yeah.
What about live action Disney stuff like Newsies?
Oh,
God, yeah.
God.
Newsies, a huge one in my childhood was Dick Tracy.
Dick
To
Tracy,
the point where we went to MGM Studios when they like Dick Tracy themed it, and I have all these pictures with like Dick Tracy and like me dressing up flat top. Yeah, I
Prune
loved
face.
Dick Tracy, man. I thought that movie was great.
Of course, you probably remember the McDonald's thing where you always tear the things off. That was like the beginning of those. Like, cause remember they had the Monopoly ones? Yeah.
Yep.
Now, it started with the Dick Tracy things. You had to match up to whatever.
It was like you matched up like two villains and you got something, or if you matched up four Dick Tracy's.
Yeah,
you won the
Mumbles and
prize.
Prune Face, and there you go. Like,
About Newsies, I remember reading that Christian Bale said he couldn't watch himself in it for years.
Yeah.
What? He just doesn't like himself.
I mean,
he's just a jippo who's dancing.
He's not a
Have an
singer
asshole, that
or a
guy.
dancer, and he's also strikes me as a perfectionist. So I can see him hating himself in that movie. I loved. I mean, Jack. Was that his name?
Yeah.
No, it's from Santa Fe.
Jack,
not really
yeah.
from Santa Fe.
Jack.
Jack.
Newsies is great.
What's his
though.
name? Jack.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Listen, I haven't seen Newsies
This is
in like 25 years.
I liked Escape from Witch Mountain. That was a Disney movie. Remember that movie?
I didn't see it.
No, I
It was a
don't.
great. They made a remake with The Rock, and it's not as good.
Oh, I mean, also, fuck, we're forgetting about like the older ones, like Mary Poppins.
Oh,
Mary Poppins is great.
dude, what'd you guys think of the new one?
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. That's what I mean. I haven't been watching these remakes.
It was.
I don't think it was as amazing as a lot of people said.
It was Emily Blunt, right?
It was
Yeah.
Emily. She was.
Which she seems like a perfect choice, to be honest.
She was
She's
incredible.
got the right look and everything.
I
Jack
don't know what
Kelly,
was
sorry.
there was like a soul missing from it. It had like all the pieces, but like it was like you looked into its eyes and it was vacant inside.
Yeah, yeah.
It
Did you
kinda
watch?
feel-
Did you watch the live thing that they did? Because remember they did Hook live.
oh yeah,
or
yeah.
Peter Pan
Allison
live.
Williams was Peter Pan.
Yeah, I watched
Yes.
that. Was that Disney? Or was that?
Well, it's a Disney property,
Yeah.
kind of. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, looking at which, by the way, I mean, I did watch it, and I don't normally watch these things
Mm-hmm.
because I watch it because Christopher Walken, and he was fucking amazing.
Yeah, so he was
he Hook?
great.
He was fucking amazing.
Oh,
Peter
He's
Pan was
fucking
the
great.
best live one I think that I've seen.
Honestly,
the Priest one wasn't bad.
Because he's been winding down his career, like you don't really see Walken as much anymore. And
Nah.
if this is the last thing he ever does, I'm okay with
Yeah,
it.
Was the movie Hook Disney?
Yes.
I mean that.
that's one of my
See,
favorite.
oh my
so,
god.
Okay, so people have really mixed feelings about
Yeah, it's
that.
interesting.
It's our strike zone. People within our age group, people people who are older than us or younger than us, think it's a terrible movie. We all
It was
fucking
great.
love it.
It is
It's the story is incredible.
Rufio.
Rufio.
The whole thing, like
The food fight.
and what they did with the mythology, and like watching him grow
I loved
up
it,
and
yeah.
be like a lawyer and be so lost, and that line where he's like describing what he does to the like old lady Wendy, and she just looks at him and she goes, "Peter, you're a pirate," and you're like, "Oh shit, he is a pirate. That's what he does.
Yeah,
He's a
yeah.
corporate lawyer." It's
Love it.
That whole movie's so fucking
smart.
good.
It was smart.
I judge
genuine-
people on how
Well,
they feel about that movie.
I was gonna say I cannot imagine not thinking that movie is special.
Yeah.
So, but
Yeah.
it must be.
But it's in our strike zone.
It
We were
got
just the right age.
panned.
like
it
News.
came
It's
out.
similar to Newsies. Like
Yes,
Newsies is
pun
not a
intended.
critical success.
No, yeah,
but
no. Like kids, any kids listening to this, watch Newsies. You're not gonna like it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Unless you
Or-
like musicals. It's a good musical. It holds up.
It's no. I mean,
it's a fine musical. How about that?
Bill
Let's-
Pullman,
A
classical.
young Bill.
A young Bill Pullman.
Man.
Saturday night with the mayor's daughter.
Actually, Bill Pullman actually has the Culkin punch card. If like you went to Subway, you get the little punch card, and like he's worked with all three Culkins before.
Are you kidding?
Yeah. He actually played
What
my
did you work
father.
with him on?
He was my father in my very first movie. Yeah.
What
And
movie was that?
it was called Rocket Gibraltar.
Gibraltar.
Yeah. With an old Burt Lancaster.
Man, we should get him on
and
that. On
Spacey
that show.
was in it. Patricia
Boo.
Clarkson. I know.
Uh-oh.
So
No, everything was fine.
You're okay?
Yeah, I was only 6.
So you're a little too young.
Yeah.
Only by,
Not-
like 4 or 5 years.
Talk to me in about 8 years.
Yeah.
It would have been a little different. Pullman, Patricia
16.
Clarkson. No, it was a good cast. It was a bunch of New York theater actors, and
Yeah.
that's what I was.
What is that movie about? Is it good? Not really.
No, I mean it's fine. It's
Okay.
it's better than some movies.
Is it better than Getting Even with Dad?
I'd say so, probably. But also, I haven't seen it in a long time. I mean,
never
honestly,
seen it
probably.
either.
I don't even think it's on DVD, like kind of thing.
No, people ask about that movie to us a lot.
Yeah.
Getting
No,
Even with Dad?
it's
No, Rocket Gibraltar. We get tweeted about it a lot.
It's a family reunion, and the grandpa talks to his little grandkids about how about Vikings and things like that. Grandpa passes away. We decide to give him a Viking funeral without the parents knowing. So
really great.
we put him in a boat with a bunch of kindling, push him out to sea, and start shooting fire arrows at
You're
him.
you're convincing me.
Yeah. Honestly,
funny.
I'm giving you the best. I'm giving you the best
best of it?
version.
Okay.
I'm giving you the 3-sentence synopsis.
Is
Yeah, yeah.
Jumanji Disney property?
Oh, I don't know.
The original, I think, was.
So the sequels then probably are.
I'm going to assume so.
I don't know.
I didn't watch the first one. The second one's already, I think, in
Great.
post.
The free.
No,
You didn't
I'm-
see the Rock one?
No, I didn't see the Rock one.
Dude,
Is it great?
It's incredible.
Really? Did you see it?
No, but everybody
It's
has told me you got to see it.
You'll love that movie.
All right, cool.
It's incredible. It's hysterical.
I like me some good Jack Black.
And you like what the movie does that you don't expect is the whole thing is a video game allegory, and it's so smart. Like you meet
Dig it.
non-player characters in it, and they
Oh, the
behave
NPCs,
like non-player
yeah.
characters. It's Yeah, it's really clever, and the sequel looks just
All right, cool.
as fun.
Yeah, maybe I'll watch it tonight.
Yeah, it's a good like.
Yeah, we'll get in
lady movie.
we'll get in the bathtub and watch
Yeah.
it.
I've only
Little joint,
heard
get in the bath. and-
Yeah, exactly.
Well, but maybe don't go in with sky high expectations because everyone I know who saw it and loved it was like, I didn't really expect anything of it, and then you're like,
there we
whoa.
go. Yeah,
like,
that's what I mean. So,
yeah.
no, believe me.
it's
Believe me,
a good
I take Sean's opinions with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm going to do the talk to the hand thing. then.
He's the company
I'm
idiot.
slowly learning to hate me.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Company
Oh,
idiot.
yeah.
Nerd.
That just cut Sean so deep.
I know.
You can see that.
I know what I'm doing.
My soul.
But
I know what I cut Sean.
I was gonna say though, cut all this. Cut all this.
No, I'm leaving all of it.
No, all this is in.
Cool.
this, is all, this is comedy gold. Right here.
But I was gonna say with Bill
go
Pullman,
cry.
you're so bothered.
I know.
You can't even pretend that
You
you're.
should say.
I'm really good at needling people.
I should mention also that Mac looks like an evil version of himself today.
Yes.
Because he's got a dyed, brown goatee. So
I like it.
It's especially mean.
I wanted to bring this up on the podcast. Yes. So last night I was talking about shaving. So before we did this last night, we went to the pharmacy and I got some Just for Men. And I colored in my facial hair just for shits and giggles.
Here, give your best evil Mac.
But a lot of blondes do that because what I don't know if our non-blonde listeners know, but like usually your eyelashes and your eyebrows and your facial hair is very light. So a lot of women will like use Just for Men for their eyebrows and do stuff to their eyelashes. So he did it to his beard. I actually like. I wouldn't.
You don't mind it?
No.
'Cause honestly, my special lady friend Brenda, she also likes it too.
I would not have known that you did something different. I would
Really?
have just been like, "Oh, Mac looks good. You look cute."
'Cause I think I look ridiculous.
No, because you're used to.
And Sean thought the same thing too.
You did.
See, that's the thing. I think boys are like, that looks ridiculous. The girls are like, hey, actually,
Yeah, because it actually makes the facial hair look fuller.
yeah, I think that was the idea. Also, we were just messing around because it was funny. We were in the pharmacy and we're like, there's some Just for Men.
So
Let's-
did you?
It's just the
real talk. Did you do
the
pubes?
dark goatee is so like tropey, evil,
I know.
like version.
Well,
it's like,
it's-
hello, it's me, Macaulay Culkin.
No, exactly. I've always had this like idea of like like going to like work or whatever, and showing up in a dark goatee, and so I'm in the mirror universe, like we're getting
Exactly.
swapped.
Thank you.
Yeah, Star Trek.
Star Trek yeah.
But I always say this. I so regret that women can't grow beards because
Go on.
because they seem like so much fun. Like you can do weird stashes. You can do goatees. You can go.
It gets a little itchy,
And they smell.
Honestly, it's itching me right
and
now
they
a
smell
little bit.
after a while.
Do they? Well,
Like
maybe
the mustache part
you
starts
just,
to get
you
smelly.
just wash yourself, Sean.
No, but when you
But this dark one's fucking with my vision.
yeah, you can see it on
I'm
yourself.
seeing it down, and I was like, "This is dark thing." Like,
It's
just
like
at the end of like, what's the opposite of peripheral? Like,
Yeah, right. He can see like right below his nose.
Yeah,
like another
exactly.
person's face is on your face.
No, exactly.
Down, like, this is dark man.
yeah, exactly.
Well,
What the
it
hell's going on?
just it seems like there's so much fun to be had. Like you could do
But I feel
the
like a Disney villain right now, though.
yeah. You don't look villain. If it was a few shades darker, perhaps.
he could
I
be
think it
villainy.
looks like it could be your beard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at that.
There you go.
Yeah.
Here, give
Hold
me
that.
one more evil Mac.
Hold that mic up to the beard for some ASMR. There you go. Can we hear that? Are you getting that?
Oh yeah, I'm getting it.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
I'm getting it.
I'm gonna isolate that.
you love the ASMR stuff. I love.
Yeah,
I do love that
ASMR queen.
I
over
love
here.
it. Oh my god, I
For
could talk.
the we shouldn't talk about it yet project that maybe we're gonna do.
Oh yeah,
ASMR.
I wasn't even thinking about that. I was
Yeah?
just thinking about
No,
my
you're-
own part. You know, yeah, I don't watch
ASMR
porn.
all
I
the
watch
time.
ASMR. I have an addiction to that for sure.
That's their porn.
But it's not sexual. It's pure relaxation.
it's like hello.
Yeah. Oh my god.
All right, I'm gonna cut to another break because we're getting way off the Disney train here. Choo choo. So yeah, we're gonna do another thing. It's an ad or not. So we'll be back, or we won't. Well, we will actually. Bye. And we're back from commercial break. Either you heard a commercial or didn't. Oh, you can hear this plane though. I live near an airport. Apparently, I didn't know this. There it is. You know, actually, one of the benefits of living near an airport is it's easy to get to the airport.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's true.
it's right there. It's
And-
right there.
And we're
'Cause-
gonna just keep recording outside until we win.
Yes, exactly.
Until the planes go
Eventually.
down.
Yeah. No, oh yes. No, believe me, I'm determined. Those planes are going to stop at some point.
There's nothing like being on an 8-hour flight and then having like an hour and 20-minute flight to get you to the final place.
drive.
Yeah, exactly.
Even, too,
Like in
it
New York,
sucks.
I do like prefer if I can flying out of LaGuardia because it's I can get there in 18 minutes from my house, whereas like JFK, even like
So far.
best case scenario is 45 minutes.
Riveting for all our listeners.
I know.
We're just
So-
getting into the nitty gritty.
So, yeah.
Cast.
Yeah, well, it's a plane flew over, so there you go. Welcome to Bunny Ears Podcast, where we get distracted really easily.
Yeah, but also we're human, just like you. We have traffic woes and
Yes, celebrities. They're just like us. They also
exactly.
have ADD.
Car. Hey, what do you guys feel about cars? So let's talk about other Disney kind of things, television stuff. How
Disney
about
Channel.
Oh, Disney Channel.
Disney Channel and also Disney Afternoon. Yeah, that's what you were talking about when we were on break.
Disney Afternoon was like it was like syndicated because it was on what eventually became UPN, I guess. It was on like Channel 33 or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was like an afternoon
We had it in
block.
Channel 9 in New York.
Yeah, it was an afternoon block of television that was DuckTales, Tailspin,
Darkwing Duck,
Chippendales Rescue Rangers, and the
Rangers.
Gummy Bears. And then later a show
Gummy
called
Bears
Bonkers.
actually predates that.
Yeah.
Gummy Bears is more 80s. Yeah.
The cartoon?
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Pinky Prompts.
Can someone sing the theme song?
Gummy Bears, here and there and everywhere.
I don't think
High adventures that beyond compare.
All right,
they are the Gummy Bears.
I instantly regret it. Well, because I don't. This isn't ringing bells, so I'm
Daring Duck
thinking.
of mystery, the master of surprise. He screams out of the shadows.
Darkwing
Duck.
Darkwing owns the night.
Oh, guys,
Did we talk about DuckTales? Do we mention that?
that I know.
DuckTales. It's like
And that video
Huey,
game was
Dewey,
awesome.
Uncle Scrooge. The video game was incredible.
Yeah.
So there's a reboot of DuckTales.
I know. I haven't
watch it?
played it, but I've seen it. I
So-
know of it.
The new DuckTales cartoon is incredible.
It's like Donald Glover. No, it's the other guy from Community. The voice.
Oh, he's on it. Yeah. Jim Rash.
Oh, the
Abed.
Oscar winner, Jim Rash.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. No, not Abed. The principal does a voice on it.
Oh, I think.
He has an Academy
the
Award.
cast-
Yeah, for
So-
the George Clooney movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Descendants or something like that, or whatever. I forget.
Descendant. No, up in the air. No, Descendants.
No, Descendants.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Descendants. So the new DuckTales
Batman.
reboot
We're
is
Batman.
great.
He's Batman.
It's not only is it like the cast is awesome. It's got it's got an incredible voice cast.
I've watched it on mute. I've never
is-
actually watched it.
It's so
the most
good, but
useless
it's
way to
also-
watch
I
something.
know. It's just in the background. You know what I mean? It's like having like a fish tank. You know what I mean? Except it's DuckTales.
So the reason what made me think of it is, so you were talking about the video game, right? And like the most famous part of that DuckTales video game was the moon.
The moon one, yeah.
Moon.
Yeah, so there's like
level,
that robot
where
duck
you're
on the
moon,
wheel.
yeah,
You know,
and it's
the
got, like,
unicycle
very,
duck.
Very specific music, like old MIDI music.
Yeah.
Yep. So the new DuckTales cartoon, they're like building like a whole universe. They're building like a mythology, and like one of the threads of the cartoon is Huey, Dewey, and Louie obviously go to live with their Uncle Scrooge, but like the original cartoon never talked about like where their parents were. This one talks about like their mom is missing and she's gone missing and she left them with Donald and then they can't find her, and like spoilers for the end of the first season, you find out that the mom has landed on the moon. She like was part of like this like moon project.
I thought we were about to go into a true crimes thing.
No, so you find out the mom has landed on the moon, and then when they do a whole episode in the second season with the mom on the moon and the
Mom on the Moon.
And
Love
the,
it.
the
I should name
soundtrack,
I want to write a book about that.
Mom on the
this
moon.
Mom on the
but
Moon.
the soundtrack in the
So sad.
background of that episode is like an updated version of the moon level theme. Like that's how deep they get. Yes, it's, I was like watching this episode. I'm going, why is that so familiar? And I googled it, and I was like, fuck, these guys. They get so deep into like the referential. They have also mentioned the town from Tailspin a couple times.
Okay.
And they introduced.
Tailspin, that's another one.
There was another one, and then they introduced Darkwing Duck in the series first as a fictional show that like one of the characters watches, like, oh, I'm a big fan of Darkwing Duck, and then later in this series they're making like a Darkwing Duck movie in this universe, and the actor playing Darkwing Duck turns out to be a real life Darkwing Duck. And
Yeah.
so, like, it's
I
so
think
clever.
Batman the Animated Series did something very similar.
Very similar.
Yes.
Yeah, with Grey Ghost.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Shout out to Batman.
Yeah, shout out to Grey Ghost.
The greatest cartoon of all time.
Actually, Adam West did the voice too.
yes.
Yes. Yeah, it was insides.
Well, what I like about what you're describing is that it sounds like if you didn't watch the original and don't know anything about the video game, you can enjoy it. But then it's Easter eggs for
It's in-
Yes,
yeah.
exactly.
Yes, they wanted to make a show that I think was a little a little smarter than the original was, and like so like the characters are a little deeper, and they were asking questions like where are their parents and shit like that, like logical shit. But then also it's just laden with references for like an older
What were your
generation.
favorites growing up? What were like cartoons?
Like
yeah, the Disney animation kind of stuff. I mean, Toria, you seem like you're having a hard time with this.
No, yeah, but because I'm realizing a lot of the stuff that I watched was Warner Brothers.
I was about to say because honestly, nothing will beat Animaniacs
Ever.
and also Tiny Toons.
Yeah. So I'm doing the inverse of the Harry Potter world on this one, where I'm like, actually,
they did it better.
It might also be an age thing too, because like I've never heard. I'm like I'm a good 2 decades younger than these gentlemen. But
oh yeah, two full decades.
I'm a young, fresh spring chicken.
Yeah. Fresh off the boat, fresh off the bus. Yeah.
But I didn't.
Homecoming queen from Omaha.
Yes. But I've never seen Gummy Bears or heard of Gummy Bears, but obviously like Tailspins I used to watch. I'm trying to think, what were the Chipmunks? I used to watch the Chipmunks.
The Chipmunks is not Disney. That's like
Disney.
some other company.
Yeah, I feel like I'm coming up short on this category because like Tiny Toons and
What about
like
the Disney live action stuff on Disney Channel? Did you ever watch any?
Oh
of
yeah.
that?
You ever watch Sweet Life of Zack and Cody?
Oh, did I? No, but straight up, yeah, I was too old to be watching, and I was watching, and though I still think those kids are comic geniuses. Like
you know what? I found myself laughing out loud during That's So Raven. She actually has really great timing.
A lot of those shows, like I mean, and you could say the same for Nickelodeon. It's kind of similar, but we're on Disney, so let's
I wanted to write a Disney Channel show called It's a Mall World, and it was
Go on.
Mall?
Yeah, they all work in a mall, and I was gonna have Raven Simone as like the head of the mall.
But kids today would have no idea what a mall
would
is.
have no idea.
It'd
That's
have to
why
be
that
retro,
picture on the
but
line.
it could be retro.
It's an Amazon world.
But all those shows are like, you can tell. Again, it's sort of like people in their 20s. Like I was in my 20s when I was watching Zack or maybe I was in my late
I was in my 20s. I was dating a girl at the time who would just put on Disney Channel, and every time, like when we first started dating, she kind of go, "Oh, just on." And I realized, no, she actually
loves Disney.
fucking loves it.
I mean,
Disney Channel or Disney?
Disney Channel, like at least when it comes to their live action programming, Phil of the Future.
Oh,
and,
That stuff is all beyond my time.
Honestly, but I was watching it in my mid 20s.
The live action show that I loved on Disney Channel when I was a kid was the Winnie the Pooh show. Do you remember that show?
No.
It was called.
That was when it was
Welcome
a pay
to-
channel.
It was called it was on the pay channel. It was called Welcome to Pooh Corner, and it was like
Okay, no.
It was like
That's what my dog calls the yard. Right there.
On the website. That's why on the website I called it Stew Corner. It was my nod to Pooh Corner.
I just thought of something, and I don't know if either of you guys will be into this, but the Disney Channel original movies, that was very much a thing for me. Like Xenon
Computer who wore tennis shoes.
Wendy Wu?
Wendy Wu, I don't know, but like Xenon
You're just bringing up things your girlfriend was in.
No. How dare you, sir? How dare you?
That was the first thing my girlfriend brought up when I met Brenda for the first time. She was like, "You met Wendy Wu?" And I was like, "I don't even know what that is."
I would have brought up
honestly,
Zack-
young Asian women
Love, dude.
bring it up to me, and also like, or parents of Asian women. Like,
Love it.
I have a neighbor in New York, and she's like, "Oh, my kids love Wendy Wu," and it's like, it's kind of amazing.
Yeah.
I'm like, why do you bring this up to me? I don't know. I don't know why.
Yeah,
It's
Wendy Wu was like a big.
That's crazy
You're like, I'm
talk.
Devin Sawa. I don't understand.
Yeah,
It was
what are you talking
influential.
about?
Yeah.
Well, it was influential because I think if you were
Look,
a young
'cause
Asian girl, it was like
young-
this cool Asian chick who could
That's
do
exactly what it is.
badass things and was like, had like she was like confident and she was like a hero and
Yeah, and
And also, my girl knows how to kick now. All right, so let's wrap this up. Disney memories or something like that.
we went to Disney World with my grandma on my dad's side who had like a really bad leg, so we would always get a wheelchair for her. My dad would always wheel her around, and one day we were there, and Captain Hook, like the character guy, comes up and he taps my dad on
The
the
real
shoulder.
Captain Hook.
And, yeah, the real one. And he taps my dad on the shoulder, and he goes like this, and like puts his finger up to his mouth, like shh.
Because they're not allowed to talk, yeah.
Right, and he just moves my dad and just starts wheeling my grandma. Oh my God. And like she's like talking to my dad, and like da 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 da, and then she
And Captain Hook just
and
nodding.
he's just like wheeling her, and we're all like watching, and then she goes, "John," and then she turns around and she goes, "Ah!" and she freaks out, and then that was the best memory. It was
That's
hysterical.
amazing.
Grandma had a heart attack and died that day. Yeah.
Yeah, she was evil, so.
Oh, well, you got a great one. Ooh, plane.
Plane.
That's my fault.
Yeah.
That's my flight. I gotta go.
Hi. Shawn flew away.
Next time, I told my special lady friend next time I'm flying out, I said I'm going to text you when we're taking off, so you know which plane is mine. You can look up.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I can see my house from here.
She watches it explode in midair, and it's the worst day of her life.
Oh my god. She's running outside and it bursts.
Check out my chemtrails, girl.
What's your best Disney memory?
Let's see. Mine are way more mundane than that. It's more like I can remember like the VHS cases that they came in. I can remember like the plastic smell.
Oh, clamshell.
They had like a smell to them, like a plastic smell, and I just associate that with like being a kid, having nothing to do, and like it was like, well, today we're gonna watch this movie 3 times.
Yeah,
and like
Cinderella.
We loved Cinderella.
Cinderella was the one. Yeah.
We could watch that for. Because like Gus, who we now know is probably something wrong up here, right? Mentally.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no. I had a waitress in Paris at a place I used to go to regularly, and I would secretly call her Gus Gus.
Right?
I'm just gonna put that out
Listen,
there.
Shout out to that waitress.
Shout out to Gus Gus.
Nothing wrong with Gus Gus. We all love Gus Gus, but we have great sympathy for whatever he was dealing with. Undiagnosed.
No, I think he was just slow. That's all.
Yeah, that's what we'll call.
What's your favorite Disney memory?
Oh, it's my my fuckiversary with my girlfriend. It was great.
Is that at Disney?
It's great. Yeah, no, just reminds me.
Just a great.
Disney Channel.
Oh, I get it.
It's very romantic.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
You, well, as far as I know, are the only one who's vetted a Disney star.
Well, look at that. Look at me.
Wow.
Hey, look at me now, Mom.
Yeah.
Look at me now, Toria's mom.
Yeah. Oh no. No, don't.
Except for that time I slept with the Net Funicello.
There you go. Oh, she had a spinning bow tie right now.
We'll be here all week, folks. Yeah.
All right, let's wrap this up because it's getting fucking hot out
time
here.
for plugs?
Yeah, I'm gonna start plugging things.
All right.
I'll do my stuff first, and then we'll do. Actually, no, you guys do your stuff first. Then.
All right, I'll do the Bunny Ears stuff.
Yeah.
BunnyEars.com for all of your hilarious article needs.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Check it out.
Also, check us out on YouTube, which is Bunny Ears Tube, youtube.com/BunnyEarsTube, and then we're on like all the social media. Just Bunny Ears.
All Bunny Ears.
Bunny Ears Web, Bunny Ears Podcast. You'll find us.
The Facebooks, the Twitters, the Instagrams,
and
everything.
We got really, well, I'm just going to plug it as well. Like, we've got really, really good content coming up. We've been doing a cool new thing with Mack where we just like ask him questions and get his answers to stuff, and it's been really fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you like this podcast.
90s crushes.
Yeah, 90s
things
crushes.
like that. I know.
Maybe we'll do a Disney one for this week.
Real cool.
So.
Yeah, maybe we will.
Do like a Disney themed one.
Yeah.
And that'll go up
after
on
this is
Monday.
done and I pee,
and we'll
maybe,
do a
maybe,
podcast.
maybe we do that.
Yeah.
Maybe Wally's peeing. You know, no boundaries here. We're just a loose. We're a free, loose company.
This is an open door policy over here.
Yeah.
I might just pee in my yard.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Okay.
But yeah, so if you like the podcast, you'll like what we're doing on the site.
Yeah. So anything personal for you guys? Or, you guys want to keep that shit private?
You know, I mean, Shawn writes, but you don't. I just rant about politics all day.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
Hear that.
Yeah.
Who needs that?
I don't need
Jeez.
it. Goodbye.
I know. He's a MAGA guy, too. It's weird.
Oh, yeah.
Trump 2020.
Yeah.
It's just, you know what? It's just me and my red hat, just talking about how great America's become and like how perfect everything is.
How America's being great again.
Yeah, it's all great now.
It's good. It's
Everyone's
great. It's
fine.
perfect.
Everyone's doing great.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
I'm rich.
Okay, you can visit me on my personal kind of stuff on Twitter. I'm at Incredible Culk, and on the Instagrams, I am at Culkamania. You also leave us some voicemails, which we were talking about earlier, and you should totally call us because we play them at the end. So actually, guys, stick around to the end because we play your voicemails. The number
voicemail song too.
Yes, there's also a
just made a
voicemail
new song.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't
There's a
heard
new
it yet.
one.
Okay, I
It's
need
a new one. I'm gonna stick it on the end of this
All
episode.
right. I need to hear it. I need to hear it.
I'm gonna try to record a new rap every once in a while for the
Okay,
voicemails.
yeah, cool. Because I'm going to do a butthole world later today.
Oh, please do it.
Yeah, I will. No, believe me. I was just gonna do it for my brother and my sister-in-law.
Do it anyway. We'll put
but
a
I think,
track to it. Yeah.
Okay, so the number is 845-393-4629. That's 845-EZE hoax.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Leave us a voicemail, and if you don't, I'll leave myself a voicemail because fuck you. That's why.
That's how it's done.
Yeah, that's how I fucking roll,
Yeah.
bitches. So thanks guys for coming to my backyard and listening to all the planes and sitting in the sun.
Thanks
and,
for having us.
Yeah,
having
and
us.
drinking some wine and smoking some cigarettes.
I got a nice tan and
I didn't. I got solar
Get it in
damage.
spades.
I got solar damage.
I got
I don't like
skin cancer.
I got red hair and pale skin. I don't like it. Let's get me inside. inside, please.
Toria's
Yes.
literally wearing a sweater and has a pillow over her
I'm
legs.
trying
right
to
now.
get. I'm trying to
Trying to
say.
get out, yeah, the sun is crawling towards victory. Yes, so thank you very much. Say thank you, guys.
Thank you,
Oh,
guys.
thank you.
All right, peace out. Next time.
We're about to get some calls. Voicemails. We're always getting voicemails. You dial 845 Easy E hoax. I said it's 845 Easy E hoax. It might sound dumb, but it's not a joke. It's 845 Easy E hoax. Motherfucking hoax. That's 845-393-4629. Motherfucking hoax. Voicemails. We're always getting voicemails.
Hey Mac, I've been sucking dicks and taking pics, and then I've been texting them to this number, 845 Easy E hoax, but you haven't even once played one of my dick pics at the end of your episodes. What the hell, man?
Fuck you, Macaulay Culkin. I'm in the basement. I'm a dad. About to be a dad. I would listen to your podcast with Tom Green. It was great. I love you. I've always loved you. And keep doing what you're doing. Bye.
Hi, Mac. It's Leslie. I just got my unlicensed idle hands pee, and I was just wondering if you would sign it for me. You were really great in that movie. Love you.
Find me, gag me, take me to the bunny ranch.
You are freaking lumberjack!
Oh my God.